Hi there, Dolly friends. I'm so happy that you're here today because I'm going to tell you about my newest project that I'm going to be working on. I acquired this triangle property, I don't know, a while ago, 6 months ago, and I've just had it sitting around me wondering what I'm going to do with it. You can see that it's in extremely rough shape. I'm going to show it to you. I got it very inexpensively online on eBay, I think it was, and it did ship to me from England, which cost a little bit more than the house itself. Lyons Brothers Triangle houses were manufactured by the English toy firm Lyons Brothers from around 1920, 1919 through the early 70s. And there is a wonderful website called DOLLSHOUSES Past and Present, which I will put a link to, where I've gotten all my information. And I got lots of information from their wonderful website when I bought Fairy Street, my other triangle house. And I'll put links to those videos about Fairy Street also. They're just really charming houses. They're well made. They were made to be played with. I have some triangle furniture. I went over that with you too. There's some videos about that. The scales are, I think, mostly 1/16. My UK friends can tell me I think that's a common scale for the UK and maybe Europe, I don't even know. They're a little bit smaller in scale than we're used to, 1/12 here in the United States. But they do have some 1/12 scale houses as well. This is a triangle Lyons Brothers number 50. Which was made between, the number 50 was made between 1948 and 1971. And then it was produced again in between 1970 and 71 by another company called Goodwood Toys, and again by another company in 1972 called Barclay Toy. And I didn't really look into those companies and what the differences were for their product, but based on the way that my house is made, things like, mainly the things like the way the steps were made and the way the front is made, mine was probably made in that late 60s, very early 70s, probably late 60s era for my house. And it's got the decals, which you can see are still there. Even through all the rust, the decals are there, and they don't look too terrible, but I don't think I'm going to be able to save them. There are reproduction ones online, which I could buy if I want to. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you the outside. As you can see, the roof is missing. I'll try to find an online photo of the roof there. It was like a red roof, which is typical for some of the triangle. I'll show you a photo of that. Along the line, someone had electrified it. I don't know if that was original to the house or not. I'm not good at remembering a lot of research. I usually like to just know like what the model is called and when it was made. Someone, you can see, has added contact paper on the side. So it's already starting to peel. I haven't really done anything with it. It's starting to come off, and I'm gonna have to, of course, take that off. Oh, what a horror. So yeah, that will come off. I don't know if this is original underneath or not. It almost looks like that paint color might be original. Not sure. Here's the back. And it's in, some pretty good condition, in fact, in that the wood's not coming apart or anything. That paint under there looks a little bit too good to be original. I'm not sure. I'm not really good about that type of stuff. And the front, in case you didn't notice, it's made of metal. So it's tin, and the windows are formed as part of the whole structure in the front, so they are not removable like my other triangle houses, which I was hoping they would be, because I'm gonna have to fix it. So I'm gonna slide it open. So it slides either way. And here's the reverse side of it in there. And yeah, it's in pretty bad condition. And then this would have been, I think, like a little sundial. I don't know if it was a decal or painted on there, but there's a little remnant of it here. So maybe I can reproduce something like that. I'm not sure. And the color on these stairs almost looks like, I don't know if that's original decal or what. But anyway, you can see I don't know too much from reading on the website that the houses were just painted blank inside, that they were not like some of the houses. They didn't have floors and wallpaper and things like that already installed in them. Yeah, and I think it's kind of cute that, you know, as a little kid would want to do, I know I would if I had had a doll's house when I was little, I'd want doors, or at least something that looks like doors, so you can see that someone, one of the kids had drawn their own doors. I appreciate stuff like that because that tells me that this house was played with, and it was probably played with by someone who was around my age now. So here's some more doors on the other side. Yeah, there's some like numbers, and I'm not sure what that, you know, little drawing is over there. But my plan is to really just strip it, to sand it all down, including the metal, and I'll have to repaint it. I'll have to spray paint it and then paper it and stuff like that. The hard part is going to be the metal. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that. I am not, I haven't really done stuff like this before, and I don't really know how to do it properly. So I am going to have a go at kind of renewing it, and I'm going to have to sand it and paint it. And I was at first thinking I might be able to salvage some of these original decals, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it just because I'm not skilled enough. And they're kind of, you know, peeling off anyway. These aren't too bad down here. I might be able to salvage those. But like I said, the decals are available online in a reproduction form, so I may just do that and add them back in. But my plan for this place, it's going to go in my San Francisco neighborhood, my fictional neighborhood, which I'm calling Anchovy Beach, which is near the Embarcadero in San Francisco. Again, I say it's my fictional neighborhood where Whistle By and Fairies Greet are. And this place will be there too. It doesn't have a name, but it's going to be a business. It's going to be a laundry. Think Chinese and French laundry type of laundry. Anyway, where you would have your washing done. The mid-1930s, when our setting takes place, was a time when electric laundries were starting to come into fashion. And a little bit after that, toward the end of the 1930s, early 1940s, laundromats were starting to pop up. And then a little, you know, around that same time, people were getting electric washers in their homes. There were still electric washers available, and some people did have them in their homes, but, you know, people did their laundry by hand, or if they had the means, they would take it to a laundry. And that is what this place is going to be. I'm so excited about it, which I don't know why, because I absolutely hate doing laundry. But I probably because I've never had a laundry room of my own, and I like laundromats. I like the way they smell so clean and that they're warm, and I like that. So this is going to be a home business, meaning that the business will take place on the downstairs, and the owners will live in the upstairs. Let me show you some of the furnishings I have for it. So something like that. And I do have a special piece that I want to show you. Which I absolutely love. So this is like a little counter. I totally love it. It's not real glass, but I love the way it looks. It has a shelf in it also. It's made to just fit in the slot there. I really love the way this is made. It's so cute. Yeah, so that would be the back, and there I thought maybe I could have like little soaps and things in there and little things that might be for sale at the laundry. I don't think I need this light. Yeah, so I thought that would be really, really cute. Yeah, but let me show you some of these pieces that I have in there. I've been making, actually I've only made two. I've been making little packages because when you go into these laundries, you often will see people's laundry all tied up in little brown packages and put on shelves, something like that. Only it would be full of those, or sometimes even you'll see them in the counter packed down here. And they often had little laundry pins, which I have an antique one somewhere. I'll see if I can find it. But I don't know how I'm going to do the pins. I wish there was a way to do it. But I love the little counter. I'm going to take it out so I can show you the other things I have. Back here, I'm not really sure if I'm going to use this or not use it. Some of these pieces I'm not really sure. I have two of these, and it's painted in kind of a French country style, but I'll probably change that because it would not look so pristine. But this would be another fun place to put packages or shirts or things that customers are picking up or things that are for sale. There's not going to be too many things for sale in my shop. It's mostly going to be the laundry business. But I wanted some, you know, places where I could store stacks of things. Now, I have no idea how to make even, you know, just what looks like laundry. I know it shouldn't be too difficult, but yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch probably lots of Gretchen's videos. And I saw Jolene on Tiny Keyhole Minis buy a stack of these little mini laundry baskets, and I was so excited. I just had to have some, but she sent me one too, which was so exciting. So I absolutely love it. And I might paint some of them. I'm not sure. They probably didn't have too many plastic baskets back then. But I like the way they look, and I like that there's lots of them. So they will, you know, people would probably bring their clothes in sacks, like pillowcase type sacks, and they would pass them back and forth to the laundry room. I don't know how I'm going to use those. And then I love these little shelves. It's unfortunate they don't both fit along the back wall, but that's okay. I'll just show you one of them that's made really nicely. And it's just a little, you know, etagere type of cupboard. And, well, I call it a cupboard. It's not really a cupboard, I guess. It's a shelf. And this will be another place to store the laundry that people are coming to pick up. Like you're dropping off your bed sheets and other clothes that need to be washed, towels and things like that. maybe work clothes, maybe tablecloths, things like that to be cleaned and then come back and pick them up. And you can still do things like that at laundromats today. If you've ever had your washer and dryer grow out, if you're like me, you might have taken the opportunity to use some of those services. Now this here, I'm not really sure how I'm going to use it. I think it's a baby changing table, but I'm not going to use it like that. You know, in a place where laundry was done, there would have also been, you would have been able to bring your clothes to be altered or, you know, hemmed or mended or things like that. So I thought this could be some sort of utility type of cupboard. I think that was a sewing book. This just came with, you know, some of the irons that I bought. So there's that. And then I really liked this little crate. I thought that could be used. I liked the way it looked. So I really like containers that I'll be able to see what's inside. So I'm not sure how I'm going to use that yet either. And then going to the utility side, and I'll show you some of the things I have in there. This is just a little, this is what I meant about little sacks of, I think this is what I meant about little sacks of things. So that was just actually a pillowcase that I made that I just shoved those pieces of fabric in. And an ironing board there. This is an old one that someone had given me, a friend of mine. And yeah, and some irons. Have to age those up a little bit. And then you remember this little mangle. This probably won't stay here because it's way too big. So I'm gonna probably make my own machines and mangles, and I'll probably have some things hanging from the ceiling as well, but I just put this in here because I had it. These were not made with a crank. I mean, I guess I could embellish this one, but I just feel like it's kind of large, so. But I'll have it in here for now. And the stool, these are just things that I had, and it's probably too big too. But I bought this little sewing machine too. It's a little treadle machine, and I don't think it really, actually anything really works. This spins around and the pedal kind of moves back and forth, but this is on a little bit crooked. I'll have to fix that, and I'll have to age it up a little bit. And then I bought another one that would just be on the table. I might even buy another one to have two on the table, because there might be people working, but I don't really want it to be so much of a tailor. I want it to be a laundry. So, and then another iron. I don't know if it actually comes apart, no, which is fine. This would be kind of old for the era, but it would probably still be in use. I believe you would put the hot coals underneath and then keep your iron hot on top and then use it. And of course, a clothing rack. My kitty's jumping on the table. I have two of these. Oh, you're gonna get to see my new kitty. No, maybe not. He just showed up in my neighborhood and came in my house and decided that he would live here. So he's been living here. And it's been nice because, you know, we lost our dog recently. So my other kitty really likes having him around. And his name is Mowgli. Hi, Mowgli. And he's almost one. I would guess him to be an older kitten, somewhere between 9 months and 12 months. Anyway, he just had his, you know, his surgery, Yeah, he had his neuter yesterday and all his shots, and he's doing great. Hi, Mo. He is so sweet. All right, come on. Yes, I will come and pet you in a minute. I took out some of the hangers that I had made and added those. You just put them together. They're, you know, super easy to put together. Yeah, so those are some of the ideas that I have. I probably will have some things a lot going on the ceiling in there. And then upstairs, the little kid who owned it before drew a little cupboard and a clock. How cute is that? That's pretty cute. Yeah, and there's, I don't know if you can see it, there is a light on the top there. So yeah, and there's a hole on the other side where you could put, can you see it there? Just on the left-hand side, where you could add another light. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, if anything, for the roof. I probably won't change it, at least for now. I wanna just kind of get the outside done, kind of what I have in mind. If you have any ideas pertaining to a laundry, just leave them in the comments. I'd love to sift through what your ideas are. So the other side upstairs will be like a little bedroom studio type thing. I do have an idea of who I want to be running this shop, but that will be for later down the road when I tell you about that. But something like this, and it's going to be full of linens and cleaning and packages, and it's going to look a little bit dirty, I think. You know, it would be, you know, there would be a lot of wet and sweat. Anyway, yeah, let me close it up. I'll have to sift through some of my other miniatures and see if I can find things to put in here. But for now, I'm going to be working on the outside. So if you want to see my progress on the laundry, please come back and visit me next time in the doll cupboard.
I leave my clothes on the floor, and if I keep it up, my baby won't love me anymore. But I leave my clothes on the floor, and when I'm gone, she'll put them in a drawer where they belong. And when I'm gone, she'll put them in the drawer where they belong. I leave my dishes in the sink. I leave them there until they stink. I leave my dishes in the sink. And when I'm gone, she'll put them in a drawer where they belong. When I'm gone, she'll put them in a drawer where they belong.